This is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker VFS or Vinfast Auto. So massive dump here again today, no surprise. I've been covering this stock, and when this thing ran up to like 93 bucks, I just said this is a great short opportunity. This thing is going to tank, this thing is going to die, because we reviewed their financials and they're complete trash. Like, the stockholder equity is negative. Like, they've got more liabilities than they do assets, so these shares are not even worth a penny. And you know, people going out and paying like $80-90 for them, that's just an easy short. So I made good profits on this. I sold on the 29th here when they had this huge dump. I think I maybe sold the day where they closed at 82, if I'm not mistaken. So I sold it in the money call spread. They had a gap down, they had a huge sell-off. And then coming here on the 30th, same thing. I saw them rally up in pre-market and early in the day up to almost 60 again, and I just had a feeling they were going to dump again. So I sold another in the money call spread. It made a big move down. I closed out, made massive profits on it. So the only risk that I see with this stock, let's just say it does rally back up to like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 again. The only issue I had was early assignment. You know, that first trade I put on, the expiration for those call options was December. And I had no business getting assigned my short call, but I got assigned. And I have a feeling it was the maker, for whatever reason, needing to assign me those shares, you know, that short position, because, come on, this company's financials are complete trash. They were up at like whatever, 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks. And we have all the way until December for the trade to move in my favor. So even though the short call was deep in the money, I had no business getting assigned on that short call. So that is the risk here. If they do pump again, and I do want to look at that, you know, I might get assigned on the short call. And if I do, I need a move in my favor really quickly, because the cost to borrow is not cheap. There's not a lot of shares. Right now, most of the shares are held by insiders, and there's a pretty small amount of shares out there. I think it's like 16 or 17 million, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely not a lot of shares out there. So people looking to short this thing, you know, that is a risk if you short it in that manner. And I was looking at like buying a put, but going far out in expiration, they were so ridiculously priced. It just made no sense to me for me to go like buy an out of money put for like $6,000 or something. And then I need the thing to move down $60 just for me to break even by expiration. I mean, which is going to happen when it's up at $80 or $90. I mean, I knew the move would happen, but it just didn't give me as good of a profit I could make on it if I'm paying that much for a put, you know, buying a put. So that's why I like to sell in the money calls and in the money call spreads. But, you know, in this case, I got assigned way, way early. So that's definitely a risk. If this thing pumps back to 90, you know, and I go out and I look to do that same, you know, trade again, if I do get assigned early again, I need that thing to tank, because I don't want to be sitting for like days or a week or a couple weeks, you know, short shares, you know, and having to pay some crazy high interest rate for borrowing the shares. So I'll continue to keep you updated here on ticker VFS or Vinfast Auto. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.